Let's have a look if I was right and eBay is milking us dry on promoted listings after the changes introduced on 24th of June. Let's have a look at the results of experiment. And welcome to the channel. I'm Polish Pete and I earn my living by reselling things on eBay UK. I buy cheap ladies clothing in bulk, in job lots and bundles, and I sell them individually on eBay for profit. That's how I pay my bills. So today I would like to go back to the changes in promoted listings that have been introduced on 24th of June. And some time ago I've made a video with my predictions about what may happen. And I've started an experiment trying to establish three things. Number one, is eBay trying to smear my listings as soon as possible, as soon as I start to promote them, and so they can bank them additional money from promoted listings fees later down the line when listing sells organically. Number two, does eBay stops to promote my listings as soon as they get first click and they get smeared, just to put other listings on those promoted spots to smear them too? And number three, are smeared listings up in organic search results artificially pulled up, to get them sold organically and bank the money from that promoted listings fee as they have been already clicked and smeared? But before we start answering those questions, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. Also, please don't forget to click that like button if you will find this video interesting. So, to answer those three questions that I've just mentioned, I've done this.
So guys, what we are going to do is we're going to start new campaign so we know what's going on. General add listings. Oh, come on, I will not know which listing I should add. Let me try something else. Okay, FNL, there you go. There is the first one, so we're gonna add it. Fixed rate, 2.1%. Campaign name, test campaign, test will do. Okay, launch. Okay, and we've got it over here. Okay, then now we're gonna go here and we're gonna add some more. So we're going to add everything that is 25 days old. I didn't add anything to my campaigns for 3 days, so we have like a better, we have like more items to observe basically. Now we're going to add 14 days less than 10 views. 10, 10, 10, there you go. This one, this one, this one, this one. And now we're gonna do 10 days less than 5 views. There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go. Okay, and now we're gonna do 7 days less than 3. Okay, we're going to add them to the campaign that we've just created, general 2.1 test. Okay, apply. Now they are there. Let's get some more. Yeah, because we are still at 7 days. So guys, we've added everything that was 25 days or older. We've added everything that was 14 days less than 10 views, 10 days less than 5 views, and 7 days less than 3 views. And we've got it here in our campaign. Let's refresh this page. And we've got it here, 112 listings in the new promoted listings campaign at 2.1%. And what we are going to do now is we're going to observe. We are going to observe how it's going to perform, what eBay is going to do with them, how many views, how many impressions they are going to get, how many clicks they are going to get. We are trying to establish if eBay will push them super hard to get that first click quickly, to smear it with promoted fees, and then will it stop to push it, or will it push it, continue to push it, or if everything will be like it used to be before the changes. So this is what we are trying to establish here.
Then every morning I was checking what has happened to those listings. There was nothing major going on, so despite that I was recording short clip every morning, there is no point to show them to you as there was nothing really going on. There was nothing really to look at. So let's move straight to the summary and what has happened after roughly 20 days of doing so and what conclusions we can draw out of it. Have a look at this.
So guys, it's Sunday the 13th, and yeah, our test has been concluded. We've got 96 listings still in the test campaign. Obviously, it's less than it was because I've ended and sold similar items that have reached 30-day cycle, end of 30-day cycle. We had almost 100,000 clicks, 100,000 impressions, and 42 clicks. So how does it look like? So inside, as we can see, we have more than one item that has more than one click. In fact, quite a few of them. And then a few items with one click, and that's it. Vast majority didn't get a click, which makes me thinking that eBay is not pushing items to get them smeared as fast as possible. We also have like items where like we only had 42 impressions, 84 impressions, 13 impressions only on this one. 13, sorry. Yeah, so definitely eBay is not pushing all the listings to get them smeared as fast as possible. In fact, I can't see any difference from what is going on now to what have been going before.
So, going back to those three questions, let's try to answer them. So, number one, is eBay trying to smear my listings as soon as I start to promote them so they can bank that additional money later down the line when the listing sells organically? In my opinion, no. No, in my opinion, eBay promotes my listings the same way that it has promoted them before the change. I can't see any confirmation that would allow me to say that eBay tries to smear it as fast as possible, and we were able to see listings that had very anemic number of impressions, which is a proof that eBay is not pushing them as much as it could. Also, to be fair, I didn't have many clicks in those roughly 20 days. Altogether, only like 23 listings or so have been clicked out of 110 that I have added, which is about 20%. If eBay was trying to smear them, they would be all clicked, yeah, in first few days, not in 20 days, or at least almost all, or at least a significant number of them. Yeah, certainly eBay has enough traffic to do so, to facilitate that, but it has never happened. So in my opinion, no, eBay is not trying to smear the listings as fast as possible. Number 2, does eBay stops to promote my listings as soon as they get smeared, just to put other listings in those promoted spots to smear them too? Again, in my opinion, no. eBay has not stopped to promote smeared listings, to use the resource to smear more listings. No, definitely. There are listings in this exercise that have been clicked 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, meaning that after the first click, eBay was still promoting them as they were able to get more clicks. And number 3, are smeared listings up in organic search results? Have they been artificially pulled up to get them sold organically and bank the money from that promoted listings fees as they have already been clicked? Now, this was very hard to establish. In fact, I was unable to establish it with like a significant certainty. In other words, take it with a pinch of salt. I've got a hunch, but I'm definitely not 100% sure. I will have to look at it in more detail in a longer period of time. First of all, I have paid attention to the number of items that have sold, and I have been charged that promoted listing fee. Definitely this number is up. This number is up. I'm selling significantly more items that have been charged promoted listing fees that I was selling before. Have a look at this. These are the numbers from 24th of June up until this morning, which is 13th of July. So I've got promoted impressions going down. I've got promoted views going down as well, and by quite significant number. And I have promoted listings, promoted sales going significantly up. In my opinion, that is not normal. If we are talking about reality before the changes, that kind of thing has never happened before. However, taking into consideration what those changes were, this was kind of expected. That's what I expected from these changes. So having that in mind, I went and checked every single item that has been charged that promoted listing fees since 25th of June. And I was trying to check when that click has occurred, right? That promoted click, when it has occurred and when the sale has occurred. So if there is a gap between promoted click and a sale, then we have to ask ourselves, why is that gap? Because obviously, before the changes, in most of the cases, there was promoted click and the sale at the same time, at the same day, because somebody clicked it and bought it. Yeah? So for that gap, we have two explanations. Number one is it may have been halo effect. So somebody has clicked that listing and bought it a couple of days later, or even bought another item from my shop after that first click. Yeah, that's how halo effect works. Then, number two is we get the click, item is smeared, it's being pushed up in search results, in organic search results, and somebody else buys it, and I'm paying the fee. Yeah, have a look at this. Yeah, now it's impossible to actually say 100% which of the two has occurred. Was it a push in the search, in organic search, or was it the halo effect, right? But I went and checked every single item that has sold since 25th of June, because changes were introduced 24th, and I wanted to give it 1 day for to eliminate some random sales that have been charged promoted listings that has happened to that in that 24th. Okay, so out of 27 listings that have been charged with promoted listing fee, on 20 listings, so 20 out of 27, I had at least 1 day gap between the click and a sale, right? And to me, and to my understanding, there's just too many of them to be a halo effect. Maybe some of them was halo effect, but 20 out of 27, there's no chance that all of them have been halo effect. That's 70% roughly, isn't it? So it must have been the effect of the changes introduced on 24th of June. However, is eBay giving those smear listings better position in search results, or is it just kind of natural effect of those changes? Let me put it this way. I promote listings that don't get organic traction. Unattractive items, items that nobody wants to look at, nobody wants to buy it, right? So my way of thinking was, if eBay will give them a significant boost in organic search because they have been clicked, right? I should get better overall organic visibility, so more organic traffic, more organic impressions, because they are higher in search results, that they should be really, and also I should get more organic views, right? But because those listings have been smeared with a click, I should get less organic sales and more promoted sales, or at least more promoted sales, right? And all that has been true on my account in last 20 days. In fact, if you have a look at overall organic impressions, they went down, yet views went significantly up. That tells me with 100% certainty that my listings get better position in search results. There are higher, so more people see them and more people click in them. And you can see that in a click-through ratio that went significantly up, and in the conversion that didn't. Yeah, it went up, but not so much. Yeah, people are clicking in my listings, but they are not buying them. Okay. However, if they buy them, I get charged that promoted listing fees more often than I used to be. Hence, a circumstantial evidence that eBay may be pushing those smeared listings up in search results, especially when you put together the 30% drop in promoted views and 60% uptake in promoted sales, which means I had less promoted views, so more organic views, but I have more promoted sales, so they have been sales from the smeared listings. Yeah. So all that situation makes no sense except other than the fact that eBay is pushing smeared listings in organic search results. At least, in my opinion, on my account. Yeah. But please take it all with a pinch of salt, like I've said, as I can't 100% prove it. It's just impossible actually to prove it. Yeah. I will carry on observing it, and the longer the pattern continues, the more sure I will be. And if the pattern will continue or even get worse, I will have to rethink all that promoted listings malarkey, either accepting the fact that it will be like an additional final value fee, that promoted fee will be additional final value fee, or I may have to give up promoting my listings entirely, or at least significantly reduce it. Yeah. For example, let's say not promoting listings for the first 90 days that they have been listed. at all. I need to establish if for me, for my stock, for my account, it will be actually beneficial to accept that fee across the board or almost across the board, if it will bring me more sales. Yeah, for sure at this point, I don't mind it because I'm selling my sticky stock. So I don't mind that extra 2% plus VAT if I can push my sticky stock out, because it already had a lot of chances to sell organically, but it didn't. So for me at this point, it's okay. But if I will start to list new items, I don't know if I'm ready to accept extra fees for an item that never had a chance to sell organically. So I may actually not promote any items for at least 90 days or roughly 90 days. Right, guys? Yeah. The eBay adventure continues. Adapting and overcoming continues. So go and have fun with it. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have, click that like button, please. If you wish to support the channel further, consider subscribing if you haven't done so yet. If you wish to buy me a coffee, just take that £2, buy some cans of beans or rice, and take it to your local food bank. They will do better with it than I will. Okay? Thank you in advance if you are going to do so. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. God bless you all and bye-bye.